tasted wonderful scones and wondered how you could get that recipe? Well, today I'm going to show you how to make a blueberry scone that rivals any that you've ever tasted. Scones have a very delicate texture, buttery and crumbly, and they fall somewhere between a muffin and a biscuit. And today I'm going to bake scones that are studded with these beautiful, luscious blueberries. But if you don't have blueberries, you could use dried cranberries, fresh cranberries, sour cherries, dried cherries, raisins, or currants. And here's the recipe. In a large bowl, sift 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Sift all these ingredients together. And we're going to cut our butter right into the flour. 6 tablespoons of chilled butter. Use a pastry blender or 2 knives or 2 forks until the largest pieces of butter left are about the size of small peas. And work quickly. You don't want to overmix scone dough. And here you have exactly the texture that you're looking for. Now stir in fresh blueberries that have been well picked over so that you don't have any stems or soft or bad berries in there. So we have 1.5 cups. You could use a fork or your hands like this. And we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of grated lemon zest, finely grated just the yellow part of the rind. Mix that all in too. And now the next step is slightly tricky. Put your flour, a few errant blueberries, and make a well as if you were going to be making some pasta dough. And now we're going to add 2 large eggs and 1/3 cup of heavy cream. That is exactly 1/3, so we'll add up to 2/3. And I just break the eggs up with a fork. Now you can add this liquid into your well. With your fork, bring in the flour little by little. Once you get to this stage, switch to a bench scraper. And we're going to pat the dough into a square 6 inches by 6 inches. The bench scraper is about 5 inches, so I'm just going to use it as my rule. You see, there's no bleeding blueberries here. Everything's very nice because I'm not pressing so hard, but you want it to be of an even thickness. You want it to hold together, but you don't want to compress it. And now cut this into 4 3 by 3 inch squares, and the 3 by 3 inch squares into triangles. Lift this up. I've really kept it as flour-free as possible. Additional flour is just going to toughen up your dough. So here you have the scones all done. And now notice I put these on a Silpat baking liner. Those are very good non-stick, and I'm going to put a little bit more heavy cream here in this little custard cup. Brush the tops lightly with a little bit of the heavy cream. A little tiny bit of granulated sugar. And my oven has been preheated to 400 degrees. Bake in the oven until golden brown, about 20 to 22 minutes. When they're done, remove those blueberry scones from the oven and cool them just a little bit before you devour them. And this is what they look like when they come out of the oven. Very light, surprisingly light, crumbly, dry, but those moist blueberries are whole and delicious. And I just have to taste a little tiny bit. They're so good. Try them with a little bit of Devon cream. This you can find in gourmet markets. It's really delicious cream. You can have it with that. You can have it with some honey or just with unsalted butter. The most delectable way to start the day.